Hello YouTube, this is Nihon805 and I am bringing you another Japanese food review. Today I have for you, straight from Mr. Donuts, I have their seasonal, only during Christmas apparently, Pon de Riisu. Now what is a Pon de Riisu? Apparently what it is a variation on their trademark donut called a Pon de Ring, which is, once I open this I'll show it to you. If you don't know what a Pon de Ring is, it is a donut, but when you look at it, it'll actually have little donut holes all around. So it's basically a donut made of donut holes. It looks just as interesting as it sounds. But I can tell you, they are good. Now I've had the regular Pon de Ring, which is, like I said, it's a good donut. It's a little bit different from an American style donut, but it's definitely a good item. But the Pon de Riisu, like I said, is a seasonal item, so this only comes out apparently, or at least I've only seen it since around that wintry Christmas time. So let me open this up. And the reason why you see all these Charlie Brown characters on it is that apparently Mr. Donuts has some sort of partnership with Peanuts, because they have a lot of items in their store that use these characters as a not quite a mascot, because they actually have their own mascot, which is a lion. But they do have some sort of contract, I guess, with them, whatever you want to call it, because they come up in a lot of motifs. So let me get a Pon de Ring. I actually have a couple. I think I'm only going to do one because I actually just ate dinner, so I'm not sure how many I want to eat of these. But here it is. This is the Pon de Ring, and as you can see, there's a little star right there, which actually on the back of it, it says "Do not eat" in Japanese. Do not eat this pick, which I'm glad they told me, because otherwise it may have been some sort of candy to a child. At least it could have been them thinking, "Oh, this is just some sort of decoration, which is edible." It's not. Anyway, as you can see, the Pon de Riisu is made up of many little donut holes right here. You can actually take each one and you can't just pull it out, but you can definitely rip it apart and make separate little donut holes, which normally is what I like to do. It's fun. I mean, you can just go straight like a regular donut and just and eat it, but you know, it's a Pon de Ring or a Pon de Riisu. They make it this way specially, so I mean, you might as well give it a shot. I mean, at first. But anyways, as you can tell, I have the strawberry variety. I also have a vanilla right here, a vanilla one, and then a strawberry one. I'm going to go with the strawberry. I've had other donuts with their vanilla frosting on it, and it's a decent frosting. It's not as sweet as American frosting, and it's not as much. It's definitely not the amount of frosting that they put on their donuts is always less. I've never had one with as much frosting as an American donut. It's always a subtle flavor of frosting. I mean, you can definitely taste it. It's definitely sweet. Not as sweet, but you can definitely taste it, but there's just not as much as what you would get on an American donut. But yeah, this is the Pon de Riisu. Let me take that toothpick out. As you can tell, it's strawberry sprinkles. There's some vanilla frosting laced on it. But so what I'm going to do for this, because normally I've had these before. Last time I had one, I just ate it normal. But for YouTube, for you guys, I'm going to actually try and pull apart the donut like I did in the first time. And as you can see, it rips off fairly smoothly. I mean, there. It's off. Right there. There it is. You can just put that back in there if you want to. But this is the donut hole by itself. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's not huge. It's a small donut. The donuts that they have in Mr. Donut are on the conservative size as far as the size goes. I've never seen like an American style. If you ever seen like an apple fritter, they're usually pretty big and they're pretty hefty. And you don't get that sort of thing at Mr. Donuts usually. I've never seen something where I can really say, oh no, I have seen one donut that was comparable, but even then it didn't taste the same. But I'm going to try this. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see if it tastes any different than a normal Pon de Ring. Like I said, they have strawberry, but yeah, I've never had it like I've never had the Pon de Riisu, so I don't know if it's going to be any different. But here we go. You know what? It tastes pretty similar to a Pon de Ring. A regular Pon de Ring does not have usually this white lacing on it. Maybe that's why they called it. Maybe why they changed it and have a seasonal where they decided to put a little bit of white vanilla frosting on there. Throw some sprinkles, which I don't think they normally do sprinkles on these, but as far as the donut itself, it tastes the same as a Pon de Ring. Yeah, you can taste the sprinkles. They have the little crunch or the texture in there. They're not really crunchy. You can't taste any of the vanilla frosting, and just throwing this out here, it's not anything to do with the item itself, because I actually like this factor. These donuts and most of Mr. Donut's donuts are actually chewier than in America. I don't know why that is, but they are definitely chewier. Not so much where it's like you're working at it and you're gnawing at it. Of course not, it's a donut. But it's definitely noticeable. If you had an American donut and you had this Pon de Ring or Pon de Riisu donut, and you took a bite of each, you would definitely notice that it's a little more dense. You have to chew it a little bit more. But that's not the bad thing, really. I mean, I guess that's really a personal preference, and I don't think it's great. I mean, I don't think it's a bad. I can't knock it for being bad because I have to chew it a little bit longer. I mean, how much longer do I really have to chew a donut? How much longer do I really have to chew this donut more than a regular donut or an American donut? It's not enough to say anything bad about. But this Pon de Riisu, this seasonal donut, it tastes almost exactly, pretty much exactly like the regular Pon de Ring donut, and which is not a bad thing. Pon de Rings are a good donut. It's a solid donut, small donut as you can tell. But taste by itself, I like Pon de Rings. Usually when I go Mr. Donuts, I get a Pon de Ring because I just enjoy the flavor, I enjoy the texture actually. So myself, I give this Pon de Riisu, I give it a 4 out of 5. It's not anything. It's not small. It's not different from a regular Pon de Ring donut. This Pon de Riisu, Pon de Riisu, Pon de Riisu, Pon de Ring. They're the two different types of donuts. They sound very similar. But yeah, 4 out of 5. If you want to try a Pon de Ring, it's going to probably taste exactly like this. So I'm going to say it's going to be the same 4 out of 5. I paid 147 yen though for this. A little bit pricey as far as donuts go. I mean, you go back home, you can pick up a donut, like a regular style old-fashioned donut, throw down 75, 65 cents, get yourself a donut. This is actually more than twice as much on that. It's a little bit bad, but it's not any more than their regular donuts. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive for if you have that American mentality that should not cost nearly $1.50 for one. But in Japan, pretty standard, what I'm told. Yeah, they have cheaper donuts. They have like their basic donuts, which are like a little bit cheaper, but not by much. Maybe 25 yen difference, about a quarter difference. But yeah, this donut by itself, I give 4 out of 5. If you see it or if you know of Mr. Donuts, they're nationwide. So I'm sure you've seen one or been to one. If you haven't tried a Pon de Ring or a Pon de Riisu, give it a shot. Until next time, this is Nihon 805, and I will talk to you later.